And we go into a class this year where it's very top heavy. DeAndre is looking to be a complete monster this year with the notches so far it's been worth everything. He's been worth everything that all the accolades he's been given. You look at Marvin Bagley out in Sacramento, runs back to figure out where they're going to use him. Trae Young, if you watch the shot numbers, you know what kind of guy this kid has. You're looking at, Will Carter in Chicago, Obama down here in Orlando. There's so many good rookies this year. Jared Jackson, Kevin Knox in New York. The question is, who has the best chance? So let's take next couple minutes and break down each mechanic and why they can win. So let's start at the top of the ball pick. You know what I mean? Listen, Ayton, yes, he took the game at a later age. The kid's 7'1". He has a work ethic throughout the year. People telling you this kid's work ethic is one of the best they've seen. The comparisons that come out. He's very, very athletic with a lot of range. Kind of has a David Robinson feel to him. He's still learning the game defensively. And it's like he's still wrong. He's still kid. The comparisons are against David Robinson. I don't know if you think of like Shaquille O'Neal type player, but he's a guy that can come in right now. The Suns are set up. He could be a 20 and 10 guy within a year or so, maybe even as a rookie this year. I mean, he's going to get every opportunity to keep the Suns in their run on a regular basis. Ayton can also run the floor. He also has the range to step out 18, 19 feet and hit those shots from the corner. Might not be consistent, but he has the ability to do that in the future. And we'll get a Suns team that has Devin Booker that's going to take plenty of shots, and then TJ Warren, Josh Jackson. The real question is, can a point guard get him the ball in places where he needs to, be able to keep down low? Because once he gets down low, he's going to get low this time. Now, the drawback is the kid's still learning how to play defensively. He's still, like I said, raw in a lot of ways. He's still learning the game of basketball. He has a lot more to learn. He still can rebound at a very, very high level. I don't think he's going to be on that Andre Drummond level as a rookie. We're talking, the 14, 15 boards a game. I don't think he's dominating like that as a rookie. I do see that coming close to that 10 number, 10 and a half, maybe. It's somewhere between 9.5 and 10. 10 and a half rebounds a game as a rookie. But I do see 17, 18 points a game out of Ayton because he's going to be a monster, phenomenal across the board. I see him around 18 points, 19 points as a rookie because he's going to get a lot of chances, especially at the rim. And the Suns are going to miss a lot of shots anyway because in this system, under a brand new head coach, it's going to be a lot of growing pains. And the Suns are just known for scoring the basketball, and they're not going to play very good defense. I mean, the Suns are still a year away, and maybe a point guard or two away from doing something, something better than what they've been doing out in the land of the rising sun. Don't forget, their starting point guard, Brandon Knight's now gone. He was traded for Ryan Anderson this summer, which tells you that this team is going to literally load the perimeter defenders or shooters. Trevor Reeves is out there as the only guy who really can defend consistently other than Josh Jackson. We know Booker's not exactly the best defender in the league. TJ Warren's nothing but a scoring machine. And remember, Marquise Chris is gone. Dragon Bender, we don't even know what Dragon Bender still is after all these years. So Ayton's going to have a lot of chances to block shots, and a lot of people are going to take their chances with him if they can get through around the reason on the perimeter. So I see Ayton being around 18 points, about 10 rebounds, at least a block and a half a game, and he's going to be about a 55% field goal shooter because he's the big guy, and he's going to get a lot of chances to make dunks in there. But don't be surprised if the kid hits over 20 points a game. So second overall pick of the draft is Marvin Bagley from Duke, 6'10", power forward. Listen, he has all the physical gifts and tools to be literally probably the best scorer in this entire class. Here's the problem. He's playing on a Kings team that outside of De'Aaron Fox, we have no idea what they're going to do. There have been times during this preseason when they've used him, Bagley, Harry Giles, and Willie Cauley-Stein together. It's kind of scratching your head a little bit because I don't see Marvin Bagley being a small forward in this league. I think I see him much more as a power forward who has that ability to stretch the floor. Bagley has a range, an unlimited arsenal of post moves and ways to score, which is great. But the problem is, I don't know if he's athletic enough to guard threes in the NBA or even play a three at a consistent level, in the NBA as a rookie. So with that being said, Harry Giles has been very, very good when it comes to scoring and passing the ball. And also he's still getting his used to himself being a rebounder. Willie Cauley-Stein is the best shot blocker of the team, but I just don't see how those three guys play together. Now De'Aaron Fox should be able to get Bagley some easy buckets, and really Bagley has super talent. But until the Kings can figure out how to do it, until Dave Yeager can figure out this whole mess, especially in the front court. We mentioned Bagley, I mentioned Giles, I mentioned Willie Cauley-Stein, I haven't even mentioned Scott Levasseur, or even Zach Randolph in this mix. Until they can figure out how this is all going to work, Bagley is going to be stagnant as a rookie. Now, I do see him hitting close to double digits because he's going to get plenty of time because the Kings are going to get blown out in a lot of games this year because there's still deficiencies everywhere on this roster, including the swing position. But in Bagley's case, until they can figure out what to do with Levasseur, is Levasseur going to be a 3? Is it going to be a 4? How to play Harry Giles, how to use Willie Cauley-Stein, how is Zach Randolph going to fit in all this? Bagley's going to be maybe a 10.5, maybe 6 rebound a game guy. I don't see him being up there in the Rookie of the Year charts just yet. Until they can figure out a role for him that's not small forward, I don't see that progression being as high as a DeAndre Ayton in year one. Not to say he's not going to be able to do it down the road. I just don't see it the way it's constructed in year one. Now let's go down to the third overall pick, which was Luka Doncic. Now, mind you, the pick was for Atlanta. Now he's in Dallas. In the Dallas situation, it's the perfect situation for Doncic because, number one, they added DeAndre Jordan this summer. They already had Dennis Smith Jr. in the backcourt because Doncic can shoot the basketball, and Dennis is growing as a shooter. They have the ability to basically use Smith and Luka in kind of an off-ball, on-ball situation. Both of them can handle the ball. Doncic is going to be phenomenal as a rookie. Listen, for those who've never seen Luka Doncic, the hype is real. I've been saying this for the longest. He is the most polished European kid coming over to the States at this age that I've ever seen. He has a great feel for the game. He can shoot the basketball. He gets guys involved. You know what? He might not be the super athlete, but the kid is superly smart on the floor, and he still has a tremendous ceiling. He's accurate enough from beyond the arc and can shoot the basketball. He's very good at getting to the line. He's very good from the free throw line. As a rookie, he might have the biggest impact on a team than any of the guys in the top 10 or any of these rookies in this class. I see Luka being a guy around 15, 16 points, about 5.5 rebounds a game. He might even hit that 6 assist mark. He's going to fill stat sheets all throughout the season. And I think he's going to shoot from a high percentage from a guard position. And don't be surprised if he hits around close to 38 to 40% from the three-point line. He is quite possibly the most polished rookie in this class right now. Speaking of polish, we're now talking to Jaren Jackson Jr. in Memphis. Jackson might have the most unlimited potential because he's the youngest kid in this class. He's 18 years old. He was 18 years old when he was drafted. And he's just now learning into his body. The good thing about Jaren Jackson is that he has an NBA pedigree. His dad was a world champion with the Spurs, played 13 years. And Jaren has a lot of energy, and he brings that to the table with a defensive mentality that is, he might be the best defender other than the guy I'm about to mention in a couple seconds. He has the mentality to defend better than, he is a very good defender and a very good rebounder at this young age. He has the range to stretch out to the NBA three-point line, and he'll be able to hit some NBA threes. We've seen him do it. Is he going to be a consistent three-point shooter? I can see Jaren being about 37% three-point shooter as a rookie. He's going to get chances to be in the block. But with him as a rookie, don't forget, the Grizzlies have they have Marc Gasol, they have JaMychal Green. He's going to be in that rotation. Unlike Bagley, who I mentioned earlier, the difference between Jackson and Bagley is that the Grizzlies' front line situation isn't as full, and the second thing is those guys actually have a role and they play better. Remember, the small forward positions, Chandler Parsons, Dylan Brooks, they have an idea of what they're doing each position. Jackson's going to come in and play a nice rotation. It wouldn't surprise me if Jaren really, by closer to midseason, towards the end of the season, he actually surpassed JaMychal Green in that starting lineup. I see Jackson being a guy that can give you, I'd say, about 9 points a game, 5 rebounds, but he might lead all rookies in blocks in the very beginning. Remember, he averaged almost 4 blocks a game at Michigan State. If he might have hit 4 game. He's that good of a shot blocker. He has long arms. He's super athletic, and he has super energy. as something that the Grizzlies fans are going to love with this kid, especially with the mentality of this team. And he's going to be helping the Grizzlies fight for a playoff spot in the Western Conference. Fifth overall pick was Trae Young. He was in Dallas, but now traded to Atlanta. Listen, if anybody can teach young kids how to become good ball players, it's Lloyd Pierce. Pierce has a very good reputation of being a very good coach, especially with younger kids up in Philadelphia. Look what the Sixers have done over the years. The Hawks are going to be patient. Young and Kevin Huerter, who they drafted later in the first round, along with Amari Spellman, means a change in the guard for Atlanta. They already have Taurean Prince, who's going to be really good, and they have John Collins. So what does Trae Young do? Trae Young led the country in assists, so he knows how to get people the ball in the right places. John Collins is going to have easy shots, and if they can start getting the pick and roll game down with Collins and Young, it's going to be a dangerous duo back there. We all know about Trae Young's ability to shoot from beyond the arc. You saw Wednesday night, the kid can literally land from anywhere. Now, the one thing with trigger Trae is that Trae might take a little bit too many shots as a rookie. And if you even watch the series Year One on ESPN Plus, which is a very, very good show, by the way, about the rookies in the class, John Collins said maybe 2 or 3 minutes into the first couple games of Summer League out in Vegas, slow down. That's going to be Trae Young's motto the entire season, is slow down. If Young can slow down and not move at 1,000 miles an hour or think 1,000 miles an hour, Young is going to be in for a very, very good season. I see Trae Young being right up there with Ayton when it comes to scoring. Atlanta still has to figure out the perimeter situation and who's going to put the ball in the basket from the perimeter. Kent Bazemore is a solid defender, but he's not a big-time scorer. I think Prince is going to be about a 17, 18-point-a-game scorer. Don't forget John Collins with his touches. I think Young could be right around the 13.5, 14-point-a-game mark, about 5 assists. He's not going to be superly big on rebounds, but the real thing is if Young's scoring is going to go up, that field goal percentage has to go up. If Young can be around 46, 47% shooter, I see the scoring going up. But really, as a rookie, Trae is still learning his way. And people might think he's overrated. I don't think he is, but I don't think he's going to have the rookie impact that he had at Oklahoma. I do see 14 points. I do see about 5.5 assists a game. I see about a 43, 44% shooter as a rookie. He's going to take a lot of shots, and there's going to be nights where Trae is going to show Atlanta fans why he was that good in college. He has an excellent feel for the game when it gets to the basket. It's just really is that if he keeps his turnovers down and just plays within himself and plays within the system, I think he'll be a lot better than what people make him out to be. But there's going to be moments where the turnovers are high and the shots are going to get missed. And Hawks fans and the fans around the league are going to be really frustrated with this kid. But just give him time. 6th overall pick was Mohamed Bamba in Orlando. Literally the longest kid in the draft's history, 7'10" wingspan. And what Mo Bamba has shown in preseason, this guy actually can hit a shot. And not just hit a shot, he's actually a pretty good three-point shooter to be a kid 7'1". We all know about the kid's ability to rebound and the kid's ability to block shots. It's been shown already through preseason. I mean, even Friday night, when last preseason game, he had 9 rebounds in, I think, about 18 minutes. The kid can rebound. The kid also can shoot, but the real thing with Bamba is that he has to develop physical strength. He's still not effectively strong enough to play long minutes, but when he's in the game, he affects the game so much defensively. The one thing we have seen in preseason, we didn't see much of this because Jonathan Isaac was hurt for a good stretch of this preseason, is the Gordon, Isaac, and Bamba kind of combination of the run when it comes to being athletic on the floor. But one thing people has not seen in preseason, unless you watch the Magic, is that Bamba and Nikola Vucevic actually play really well together. Because Bamba is actually moving out more towards the perimeter on the offensive side of the ways, it gives Vucevic more room to roam and have room in the paint. Defensively, it's like because, Vucevic isn't the fleetest foot guy defensively, he tries hard defensively, but doesn't have that defensively. What Bamba brings to the table is that Bamba can basically be a weak side shot blocker, can close very well defensively, and it also allows Vucevic to take a little bit more chances because you have a guy back there with Bamba who can erase things back there. Unfortunately, Vucevic is a 1-year free agent. He becomes a free agent in July, has 1 year left on his deal, and until something is made about Vucevic's situation, we don't know what Bamba is going to be as far as minute goes. And not to mention, these guys still develop his body. He's still a kid. But when he fills out this body, this kid is going to be really good because he already plays defense very well. He's already a very, 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 very cerebral defender. And like I said, that jump shot's improving day over day. If this guy can hit around 35%, 37% from the three-point line at 7'1", and he's not even really out there shooting threes like that, He's going to get dunks. He's going to get easy basket at the rim because he's very active as a rebounder. So I think until Vucevic is kind of like phased out a little bit more, Bamba gets more minutes. I see Bamba being around 24, about a 23 or 24 minute guy a game in Steve Clifford's rotation. I see him being around maybe 8.5 8.5, 9 point a game scorer with about 6, 7, maybe 7 rebounds a game, and also get around close to a block, almost 2 blocks a game, because he's going to make up a lot of errors defensively, because sometimes the Magic guards, especially the perimeters, will let things happen. Evan Fournier, DJ Augustine aren't the best defenders. They're decent. They're not the best. Now, when Simmons is in the game, along with Iwundu, Jonathan Simmons, Wes Iwundu, and Terrence Ross, they'll be a little bit much more defensively inclined, but you still got a point guard back there. Other picks you want to look at, Wendell Carter Jr., Chicago. He's going to have his moments until Robin Lopez is kind of same thing with Vucevic in Orlando. Until Robin Lopez is kind of like phased out a little bit, Carter's going to be a little bit much more of a struggle trying to find his way. Don't forget Bobby Portis is there, and they have so much scoring in the perimeter with Zach LaVine and Jabari Parker and Chris Dunn. And don't forget Lauri Markkinen's coming back very soon. There's a lot of firepower, so Carter's main impact will be, like I said, like Jackson and Bamba will have to be on the defensive end, rebounding and blocking shots, and getting a lot of the easier baskets in that way. Other rookies you might want to watch, Kevin Knox in New York is my other guy you want to watch. Knox is a guy that's going to have all the attention in the world. He showed it in the Summer League. He's a big-time scorer. Don't let the Kentucky numbers fool you. He's not Kevin Durant. He's not going to be Kevin Durant as a rookie, but he's going to be very good as a rookie because he's going to be up there in scoring if given the opportunity by David Fizdale. He just has to earn the minutes. He has to be much more consistent with his shot and shoot better, and also have a better shot selection because he has a questionable shot selection in the preseason. The kid can score. He's not exactly the best rebounder. He's still learning how to become a playmaker, but he knows how to score. If Knicks fans need one thing, they love guys who can score and also give energy. I think Knox can be able to do that. Don't forget second-round pick Mitchell Robinson's also a sleeper late in this draft. Other guys you're going to have to watch, Scout, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out in L.A. has been impressing people. By midseason, if this team can't get to the playoffs, you can see Alexander getting more minutes. But when you're stuck behind Pat Beverly, who's one of the best defensive players in the league, Avery Bradley's also a terror defensively, your minutes are going to be kind of far and few in between. I think he'll probably lead into that third guard role, kind of the Austin Rivers type of spot that Austin was in last year. He's going to grow. I think he's going to be really good, but just give him a little bit of time. Miles Bridges in Charlotte, kind of in the same situation as Bagley out in Sacramento. A lot of guys on the wing in Charlotte, and you just can't figure out where this kid's going to find his minutes at because don't forget, you got Batum, you have Kate Gilchrist, you have Jeremy Lamb, and even Marvin Williams will play some time at the swing. They all are in that same area, and like how is Bridges going to find player time? James Briegel has a really, really interesting question behind that. And don't forget the best potential, the guy with the most potential on the offensive side of the ball, Michael Porter Jr. in Denver. We still hadn't even seen this kid play yet. So those are your top picks of the draft. Those are the guys you want to watch out for Rookie of the Year. Now, who is this year's Kyle Kuzma? A guy that that just fell completely under the radar on draft boards, or a guy that's going to fly up the boards as far as Rookie of the Year ranking. A guy I like actually is Dave Musa. Dave Musa, if I think I pronounced his name right, of the Brooklyn Nets. He's a guy that is a European guy that slid to the end of the first round. He has really been a very quiet guy, but he's a guy that can slide the radars because the Nets are not going to really be contending for much this year. But that's not saying that these kids can't play. It's that they don't have that guy that can pull them over the hump. And I think Musa can be a guy that's a in-and-out type of guy. It reminds me a lot of Danilo Gallinari. He could be that type of scorer. He just has to get more minutes. But I think if given the opportunity, because they're still figuring out what to do on the wings, what you're going to do with Rondae Hollis Jefferson, or RHJ as most people call him, up there. Is he going to play 3? Is he going to play 4? Don't forget Karis LeVert. If they can find a way for Moose to get more minutes, I think he could be one of those guys that can sleep up the boards. So, who do I have as Rookie of the Year? Well, the Rookie of the Year race is really a two-man race right now. It's between Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton. My pick for Rookie of the Year is real. It's not as simple as you think. Ayton's going to put up the numbers, but Doncic's team's going to win more games because the Mavericks are contending or trying to fight for the 8th spot in the playoffs. So, with that being said, I like Luka Doncic being Rookie of the Year. Ayton's going to finish second. I think Doncic's impact is the fact that he's played professional basketball for the last few years. He has a very, very good feel for the game. And don't forget, he was starring for Real Madrid. This is not like any other rookie I've said in years. He's not playing 4 or 5, playing with undergrading footage. This guy was a star player, the EuroLeague's MVP. That's the reason why I know this kid is going to be he's going to be really well. And not to mention, he's going to be very well coached. Rick Carlisle is not some scrub coach. He knows how to coach. So when you have a guy who knows how to coach on top of a kid that knows how to play, it just equals success. So tell me your thoughts. Am I wrong about Luka Doncic being Rookie of the Year? Do you think it's DeAndre Ayton? Do you think it's Trae Young? Do you think it's Jaren Jackson or Mo Bamba? Do you think it's Marvin Bagley III, Wendell Carter, Kevin Knox, or it was some rookie I forgot about? Leave your comments below. Pass all your friends. This is the very first of the podcast we're going to be doing, so check out the rest of them. Check me out on Twitter at Danny Thompson, the number 3. So it's DANNY, the number 3, Thompson, THOMPSON on Twitter. Also at the same time, check out the Rally Association website with all the news, breaking news across the league, and also opinionated pieces and stories from around players for the entire league. Check us out on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. So we'll catch you guys later. This is Rally Association podcast. Peace.